If not already, hit that like button, subscribe, share with friends. We're going to have some fun today. Maybe. We may have fun today, but we are live in Morocco. I mean, I'm not in Morocco. Technically, I'm not in Morocco, but we are live in Morocco with someone else, our guest, and she's amazing. But I think Moroccan Wi-Fi may not be all that great. Who knows? And we have tornadoes coming here in Oklahoma. So this is going to get interesting. Tornadoes, hail, thunderstorms. I don't know. It's May. It's almost May in Oklahoma, which basically means every day of the week around this time, we are going to be at risk for a tornado. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I am so happy that you guys are here. I am back from Minneapolis, Minnesota, actually New Prague, Minneapolis. Did a little bouncing around there for 8 days. Had an amazing time, but good to be home and good to be back with you. Although I am missing Minneapolis, got to be honest with you. I had a good time there. So anyway, with that said, I have an amazing guest that I think is going to be truly inspiring. I think her story is going to just rock a lot of people's worlds. And as long as technology holds up, we're going to keep pushing. But I'm so blessed to have you here. And of course, well, actually, now that you mentioned this being fancy, Jessica, here's the truth. I don't have pants on. I have shorts on. I'm rocking the boys to men look from the 90s when they wore the jackets and the ties with the shorts. Yeah, that was a look. But I'm not really doing that. Actually, I'm doing this just to make myself laugh, wearing shorts and a nice jacket, because today I saw that this guy on, I think he was on Good Morning America or some news channel, he didn't know that no one could see his lack of pants. He had a suit on and no pants, and everyone could see it, and he didn't have a clue. It was literally the funniest thing. And it makes me think, and it kind of makes me wonder, a lot of these celebrities that are out there, they don't have a clue how to live stream. They're all like this. They're all looking down at the camera. They're looking at people. Their camera angles are all jacked up. Like, welcome to our turf, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the land of live streaming, celebrities and news hosts. People don't know how to film at home. It's crazy. They don't get it. So anyway, so now I'm going to be one of those people and not wear pants and wear a jacket during the show. You made me nervous. I wasn't going to really not have pants on and show everybody. Thank you, Laura, for the nice words. Good to see you. I don't know what happened to our guest, so I'm just going to talk. This happens sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. When you do interviews and you're live and you're interviewing people from all across the world, sometimes you have technology glitches. And sometimes when that happens, then you're like, well, crap, I don't have any content. But guess what? I always have content, and I'm really, really excited about Zai coming on the show. You know what, Zai, before I lose you, what's up? You're on the air. She can't hear me. I'm kicking her out. Dude, hey, Zai, I'm talking to you. Yeah, it is a real show. Okay, I'm talking to you, Zai. Are you there? You want to talk to me?
Yes.
Hi. Welcome to Gratitude Unfiltered.
Thank you. How are you, Joshua?
I'm good. I'm so happy that you can hear me in real time now.
Sorry?
Never mind. So a little behind the scenes action here today. We're having all kinds of technical glitches when we were trying to communicate in the green room, as they say. So again, I don't know if there's going to be a delay. This could be a complete train wreck. But that said, that is not I see we lost her. Dad gummit. This happens. This is live programming. So you know what? This is like doing my show with my pants off. We're just going to keep on trying. This is broadcast quality at its finest. What would I tell you? Forget it. I don't know. I can't do this. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to talk. Wait, is she going to try it again?
Yeah.
Hello? Now she's got a computer screen on. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to roll with this. This is like improv. I've always wanted to do improv. So now this is going to be improv, and I'm just going to go with it and make a joke. Wait, she's back. This is probably one of those things that you don't want to share with family and friends, because I'm making a complete mockery of this interview right now, Zai. Come on, help me out. Talk to me.
I can't hear you well.
Oh, mother. Um, you can't
How
hear
do you
me?
do this? I can't. I hear like bits and pieces, and that's it. Like, can you hear me well?
I hear you great.
This is not fair. I want to hear you speak.
Maybe you could start telling us why you wanted to have her as a guest. You know
Do you
why?
want to type the question? Yeah, type the question then. I don't
No,
know
I'm not
what
playing
it is.
the question game because I can't type that fast. I can't type faster than I talk, and I need to be able to do that to make things in real time. Why did I have Zai as a guest? That's a great question. Zai, I don't even know when we became Facebook friends, but I've been following her journey and what she's up to. And mind you, we've all been in isolation, but looking at her accomplishments and what she's done and reading about her story and what she's overcome, that's why. Because overcoming such a tragic accident that she overcame is not that easy. But Zai, first things first, what are you grateful for this evening?
What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for having a so-called strong internet, but it's not working right now, and I can hear you clearly, but I can hear you.
Well, you know what we can do out of the fairness, because you, to me, you're a quality human being. You're a world changer. You're somebody that inspires me. And I'm not going to let technology screw this up. So let's reschedule in hopes that we can have better Wi-Fi next time and do this the right way. What do you say?
We should do that.
Okay. Zai, I'll be in touch. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you, Joshua.
Now I'm just going to go crazy for an hour. Watch this. Bye.
You
Talk to
take
you
care.
soon.
Yes.
Bye. Okay. It's kind of interesting to me that, and for the record, those of you that just tuned in, this is what happens. And if you're familiar with the show and Gratitude Unfiltered, when I lose my guest, this becomes one of the most unpredictable broadcasts of all time, because I don't know what I'm going to talk about. It's just going to be like whatever comes out of my mouth is going to happen. So have fun with this. Hi, Michelle. You missed our guest. Unfortunately, we had technology issues, but this could lead to a topic of what you do when life doesn't work out the way you planned. That's a great topic, Jessica. Thank you. Sometimes you got to say, screw it. I mean, what are you going to do? You can be mad. I can be mad about it, but this kind of stuff happens in life. Like, how many people were expecting to go to work and now you're not going to work? How many people were expecting to have a job and then they lost it? How many people were just counting on stuff to happen and it didn't? Like, life happens this way sometimes. I mean, you get curveballs, and sometimes life feels that it's not fair. But I want to tell you something. And this is, mind you, losing the interview and that not working out. Look, that's like, no one's dying here. Let's be real. Am I upset? I really want to interview her because Zai is amazing. Like, I'm really, really excited to have her on the show. But sometimes things don't work out. I mean, I got horrible news today about something, like on a project that I've worked on that was going so well, but because of this virus, people got skittish and backed out. What are you going to do? And this is somebody's dream that fell apart. How many of your dreams have fallen apart? Seriously. Hi, Mona. Good to see you. Laura, great to see you as well. Sorry that you're missing our guest. Laura's a new friend of the show. She's going to come on someday. Excited to have her. She does amazing things with the youth. Hi, Mona. Actually, you guys should follow her because what she's doing for the youth is really, really inspiring. So check her out. But life sometimes happens, and what are you going to do? But in my experience, of all the most traumatic things in the world that have happened to me, I later learned that they truly happened for me. And I know that you've heard that before. Life happens for us, not to us. And it's true. Even this, maybe God had other plans. I don't know. It could be the tornado that's on its way. It could be it could be any reason why it didn't happen. But I'm one of those people that believe that there is a reason. And I truly believe with all my heart, I truly believe this, that God works all things out for the good that love him. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's devastating. Sometimes we go through things or we lose things that we thought were for us, and only to find out that no, God had other plans. But it always seems to work out in our best interest if we just give it to God. And I got to tell you, a lot of the old rules that we've gone by. You remember, like when they've talked. Well, they've for people always are parents, and we're not blaming parents here. But we're like, well, you need to go to college, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. Like everyone had. Okay, actually, I want to go there. Think about this. Think about the people that were younger than us. I'm 40, so this probably won't work as well. But younger people. And you had your parents, we'll go with millennials, and your parents like, you need to go to college, you need to go be a doctor, you need to do this, you need to do that. And you've done everything that they've asked. You've racked up student loans that you didn't even want to be there anyway, but you were doing this to make your parents happy. You were doing everything that everybody told you was the thing for you to do. And you followed that. What happens for those people that are here right now in this environment that we're in? The world is completely changed. Yes, some things will go back to normal, but not everything. What do you do with that? I think now more than ever, and I'm not going to talk about purpose so much that, because you've heard this from me before and here recently, but I believe that more now than ever, we have to trust the Spirit inside of us to guide us above any and all other things. Again, going back to the disinformation and all of the information that's on the news that is just so confusing. Like, what's right? What's wrong? Are we, I accidentally put on YouTube today, I watched something that is in line with my beliefs. The Terminator movie, Terminator, Minority Report, The Running Man, Lawnmower Man, those movies are all from books from Philip K. Dick, and they're prophetic. Is she back? Hi, did you come to hang out?
I'm trying to see if my internet still works or not. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
I hear you better than just now.
Okay. Well, we're still going to do a proper interview because the other way I don't want to butcher this. I want this to be
No,
special for you.
I just wanted to test this, but
Okay.
yeah, I hear you better now. So
Oh,
at least I'm at peace. Yeah.
okay. Now I'm at peace too.
Peace, guys. I love you all. Take care.
See you soon. Bye. Now it worked. How does that happen? What was I talking about? Oh, so those books are prophetic. So you guys have heard of Skynet, what they talk about in the Terminator movies, and then you watch like RoboCop and stuff like that. Yeah, you can see all this stuff, and like whether you believe any of that's real and it's really, really happening, the problem is every bit of that, it feeds your spirit like negativity. It dulls it down because it's not good news. And I'm not telling you to walk around with your head up your butt and your head in clouds and everything's fine and you're floating around and everything's good. No. I'm not saying that. But I think this is one of those prime times when we've heard Jesus, or keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, keep our eyes fixed on God. And the reason is that way we can stay focused on what it is that we're called to do. Because all of these other things, all of the news and all of this information and all of these things that woke people are watching and listening to, all it's doing is distracting them from what their purpose is. And I got news for you, folks. Your purpose in life is not woking people up. Woking, as in WOKING, woking, waking people up. You're woke. I'm trying to woke everybody. No, it doesn't work. The only waking up anyone needs to do is the truth about Jesus and why you should surrender your life to him, why you should submit to his purpose for your life. Because that's the only way out of this. I'm just going to be real with you. The only way out of this, the only way to experience any joy in all of the craziness that's happening in the world, the only way is to have your eyes fixated on Jesus and God's purpose for your life and staying obedient to that. because anything else is going to divert you, distract you, and you're going to lose momentum. I was listening to Myles Munroe today, and so I'm just going to be real with you. Thank you, Michelle. Let's see. You inspire some. Oh, thank you. Perhaps God plans tonight was this. Maybe he knew people needed to hear him speak through you. Thank you for that, Jessica. I was listening to Myles Munroe speak today, and I'm all about the kingdom. But one of the areas that I'm starting to focus now on is kingdom leadership. And a couple days ago, on I guess it was Sunday, I did a live talking about now it's time to start building a team for Gratitude Unfiltered. And, just to give you an idea how all this works. So I come on and do this broadcast, and it's great. And it's, we push a couple buttons and we prepare bios and, all that. And the setup and create the graphics. And by the way, I love the creative part of producing the show. I love the artwork, and I really enjoy doing all that. And then after it's done, we have the show transcribed. So there's a full transcript on my website, joshuatberglund.com, of every broadcast. The podcast link is there. The video link is there. Everything is there. And it basically for every show that we do, every broadcast that Gratitude Unfiltered has, it's about 5 hours of work. No, 4 hours of work. It's 4 hours of work every single episode. That's realistic. And I've also noticed in that time, that 4 hours of that work is it really keeps me away from doing some of the other things that I'm called to do. And so Gratitude Unfiltered, as I said in that live, is not about me. It's not. There's a mission behind it. There's a mission on how we want to serve the youth that, people have heard me talk about the Morgan Camera Shop and what we want to do there for the youth, to be able to teach them basically everything that I do to make this broadcast go out on TV, radio, podcast, blogs, everything I do that I want to teach the youth how to do the same thing. That is a ministry of mine. And here's why. It's not so people can become celebrities. It's not the goal. And by the way, celebrity's dead. Celebrity is so dead. Like, how irrelevant and how boring are celebrities right now? Celebrities are literally, like, no offense, but I'm going to say it. I'm more entertaining than anything that's on TV right now. And I'm not even saying that necessarily is a good thing. Like, I mean, at least you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Everyone else is predictable. And, and for that matter, most of the people that you see live streaming on Facebook and stuff, they are 5 times more interested in than anything that's on TV. That's why we've never left this platform. Why am I talking about this? Anyway, but there's all this, like the mission. I know that the one thing about this show, and take everything out of it, all the big goals and the big dreams, the one thing that at the core, the deepest root of the why of this show is that I know that having a voice matters. I know that by speaking your truth, not only does it set you free, but you can set other people free as well. Your story matters. The secret that you're withholding is actually your gift and your blessing to the world. I firmly believe that. I believe it with all my heart. I'm willing to, I bet my life on that. And I know as somebody that didn't have a voice, my voice was suppressed for years. Because we had to act like, again, prime example. Like, I know this is a really bad example, but here it is. I got a suit jacket on, right? And I want to look professional and presentable. But the truth is, I'm in a t-shirt, shorts, and socks. I'm not that flexible. Hold on. And socks, right? Illustrating a point that sometimes this is a show. I'm not saying me. I'm saying, but sometimes people go through life putting on a show. They're pretending. They've got their mask on, and that mask can be how they dress. It can, a mask can be a lot of different things. Some things are just an illusion, like the picture perfect family when we were watching Leave It to Beaver as kids, and like that That was the model family and how life was supposed to be. Well, guess what? BS. That's not how life is. People cheat. People aren't home at 5 o'clock. There's abuse. There's addiction. Life happens. And you know what? When those kids are abused, those kids are told, shut your mouth. Don't embarrass mommy and daddy. You behave in church. You don't act like little monkeys or whatever my mom used to call me. like that. And you have to shut up and you suppress your voice. And then you get shamed if you do share your truth or you are vulnerable and you do share that that maybe that you goofed up and made a mistake. And because you made that mistake, you got beaten. And then all of a sudden you shut up and you don't talk anymore. What happens then? You've suppressed it. But here's the thing. The pain doesn't go away. The pain doesn't end. Oh, I'm sweating now. The pain doesn't end. And you suppress it. And all eventually it just turns to a poison and it begins to rot your soul and it eats away at your spirit and it robs you of the energy and the fuel you need to live your purpose, to maybe even discover your purpose. Maybe you don't even have a clue what your purpose is because you are covered in so much pain. So the point of Gratitude Unfiltered and the mission behind it is not for me to be on world stages, although that is a goal because I want to travel the world and do Gratitude Unfiltered. That's what I want to do. But the point of doing that and going there is to be able to go work in the communities we travel, spend a month, 2 weeks, serve, get to know the community, start to establish roots in each of these communities and serve and help and teach, whether it's nonprofits, ministries, the youth. It's to go teach them how to be able to get their message out. Because the fact is this, being on every single medium has elevated my stature. And I'm not saying that to brag. That's not what I'm saying. But it's also provided opportunity for me. It's kept me safe. It's brought me joy. It's brought me happiness. It's given me a purpose. And I'm not saying every single person on the planet needs to have a talk show. That's not what I'm saying. But those that know they have it inside of them, God's planted the seed in their dreams and visions of one day them having a talk show or a broadcast, or they're an advocate and they're needing to build a brand. They're needing to talk. They're needing to get their story out, whether it's books, blogs, TV, podcasts, whatever. I want to teach people how to do that. And you know what? I don't want to charge for it. That's the ministry. Why is this important? Well, let's put it this way. Me doing this as often as I do it is what keeps me safe. Every time I'm in a bad mood, I come on and talk about it. Every time I'm struggling with something, I come on and talk about it. Every time I'm happy, I talk about it. And you know what? It's kept me safe. It's free therapy. But now here we go. And the other part of this mission is also to work with ministries. I'm a part of a ministry, Word of God Church in Oklahoma City, and it has another ministry underneath it called My Brother's Keeper. That church can't compete. They don't have the resources as the mega churches. How many of you out there are watching right now and you know how hard it is to get your message out? Like you have a brand, you've just started a business, you have a nonprofit, but you just keep getting lost in the shuffle. You can't get the resources, you can't get the attention, but yet you have Susan B. Komen and all of these other cancer organizations that are basically frauds, but they're going out there and they have all the resources. They can throw $1 million parties. They can, buy people gifts and they can give you gift baskets and they can advertise with the NFL. What's your nonprofit have? Does your ministry have those luxuries? No, it doesn't. What if you're just a local church in a small town like New Prague, Minnesota, or I don't know. There's small towns everywhere, but you know the point. And there's a little church, and you know what? They don't have a presence online. So they're having to count on population 250 to be able to keep those church doors open. It's not enough. It's not enough. And the way that the world has changed, And now with some jobs never coming back, and some jobs, I mean, when I say never coming back, never coming back. As technology advances, more and more jobs are going away. Whether you want to accept it or not, I'm sorry, but there's a reason why. And I've been saying it on the show for over a year, that the Pope signed a declaration with all the business leaders, basically them saying the world needs a universal income. I've been saying it for years. Well, now do a simple Google search. Not years, but for over almost a year, I've been saying this. And you know what? Guess what's happening? Everyone's pushing for universal income. You think it's not planned? So the point is this, they're doing that because more and more people are going to be out of work. So more people out of work, less people, what? They don't have the money to give. It changes. So how are these churches? How are these ministries? How is the word of God going to get out to the people that need to hear it the most? Technology is the only way. And you know what? That is playing Russian roulette a little bit too. You saw a prime example of what can happen if technology decides not to agree with you. I've been censored multiple times by Facebook and YouTube for messages that they saying were political, which they weren't political. I was talking about Jesus, and I don't know how in the world talking about Jesus is political. I mean, I'm not religious, and I don't talk about a religious Jesus either. I talk about kingdom principles. But anyway, so how's this going to work? Well, we have to utilize technology. We can utilize the same thing. And by the way, AI is the Antichrist. Just letting you know. I'll probably get my show shut down now for saying that. But the blockchain, AI, that's the beast. That's part of the beast system. Just letting you know. There's already been Antichrist everywhere. But before I lose you, but we can use everything the devil meant to hurt us, we can use it against him. We can use it as revenge. So we can utilize the same thing that's meant to destroy us for good. Whether you want to believe it or not, we can. So part of this ministry of Gratitude Unfiltered is to be able to help these ministries all over the world get the exposure that they need. And when I'm talking about exposure, I'm talking about helping them get the word of God out to the people that need to hear it. Look, there are some places that will not reopen churches. This is a reality. And you know what? Odds are there's going to be another wave of this virus, whether you want to accept it or not. If it's not another coronavirus, there's going to be a new virus. There's going to be another epidemic. It's just, do you think it's just going to stop? And the powers that be have already seen how easy it is to usher in the sheep and lock them in their house. Like, how easy was that? Not for me. I've been defiant the whole time. Like, I've traveled more than I've ever traveled. But a lot of you just locked yourself in a cage. Like, hey, I'll go ahead and lock myself in this prison cell. But that's what a lot of you did. And God bless you. If that's what you needed to do, that's what you needed to do. But the point is, we've already shown that we're going to be sheep. We're going to comply and just do whatever they say. But you know what? I'm not one of those people. And I'm going to keep fighting. And kingdom people, now is your time to rise up. And you got to use what you have. And the only way to really, really step in that is to quit distracting yourself with the bullcrap noise that's out there and start getting really, really true with what you know already deep inside of you that you were called to do. You know your truth. You know what you were created for. And if you don't, for some reason, I bet you do. I bet you just forgot it. And I bet it's just covered up with a big old pile of poop. Like, you got anger, you got resentment, and it's just weighing your purpose down, right? You just got more and more, and you just keep on stacking more pain and more resentment and more frustration on top of it. I'm mad at my boss. I'm mad at coworkers. I've lost my job, and you're butthurt about it. I get it. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? The rules are changing. Traditional ways of doing things, traditional education, all of that crap is gone. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You can do it. Like you're the one thing about it, they can take away everything from you. They can take all your money away. They can take your jobs away. They can do that. But guess what? They cannot take away God's purpose for your life. It's ingrained in your DNA. It's basically, you know, they talk about they're going to, you know, want to barcode people or, you know, give everybody a mark. Your purpose is hardwired into your DNA. It doesn't change. God's purpose for your life. So what we're going to do right now, but just we're going to try this. I wasn't thinking about this. Okay, everyone take a deep breath. Father God, use me in every way possible. Use me for every way imaginable according to your will for my life. Use me for your purposes. Use all of me. I want all you have available for me, Father. I want all of it. I want you to use me for all of your purposes for my life. Eliminate and remove anything from my life that does not belong to you, that is not of you, that is not of your, not in agreement with the Holy Spirit. Remove it. I surrender my life, all of my earthly, fleshly desires and needs. I just remove them. I surrender them over to you. Thy will be done, Father. Thy will be done. I don't care what the earthly rules say, because I don't play by earthly rules. I play by kingdom rules. Use me for your kingdom purposes, Father. Use me. Use all of me. You don't have to play by those rules. You don't have to play by the rules where you need an education. Well, maybe some of you, you're called to be a doctor. Man, I'm sweating. It's warm here today. But maybe you are called to be an attorney. I don't know. But a lot of you, you're not. You haven't surrendered to that. And I believe this time of isolation, this time of separation, this time of removing us from this, our normal way of being, is not only the time to get closer to God, but it's all, and in doing so and getting closer to God and really, really using this time to go, okay, God, what do you want from me? What do you got from me? I'm all in, because I didn't like this other way anyway. Because honestly, ask yourself, how happy were you really? Before this epidemic happened, ask yourself, how happy was I really? Was I really happy with how things were going? How were your finances? How was your debt? How were your relationships with your kids? How were your relationships with your family, your spouse, a boyfriend, coworkers? How was your relationship? Was it good? Would you say that you were intentional in everything you were doing? Most things that you were doing? Anything that you were doing, were you intentional? I'm guessing a lot of you, no. I'm guessing a lot of you were living in fear of something. A bunch of imagined crap, probably. How many of you? What info? I don't have any info right now. I'm just talking off the top of my head, Laura. Yes, I'm unpredictable. That is very, very nice of you to say. Dude is on point. God's purpose. Amen. What's up, Susie? Good to see. I almost said good to cue you. Susie. Hey, Susie, do you remember the song Queen of Hearts or Two of Hearts by Susie Q? Gathering our talents. I love that. Okay, so let me go back to kind of what I was talking about with Gratitude Unfiltered. So Gratitude Unfiltered is a ministry that helps support other ministries or helps those. It's really to teach others and to help other people know and realize the power of truth and how to use your truth, how to use that. Because see, your truth and your testimony are really a big part of God's purpose for your life. And it will fuel and propel you into what he has for you. That's why your testimony is so powerful, because it's your truth. And you can't lie in your testimony. I don't recommend that. Just don't. Like, just be honest. Like, if you're lying to God, you've got serious problems. I mean, he can help you with them. But like, if you're lying to God, like, we really have a conversation to have. So back to going and doing the live and looking to put together a team. This is not about employees. I want to find mission-minded people. And here's the thing. I know my mission and what I'm called to do, and the leader the leader that I get to step into being is not somebody that is a dictator. It's not somebody that is wanting a bunch of people like, this is what you do, this is your role, you play it. No, I'm not that guy. Like, I want win-win collaborations. I want win-win partnerships. I want all of us to be able to step into our passion fully together and grow together. Because here's the thing. It's not just a talk show, TV show, podcast, blog. It's not just books. It's not just helping ministries. It's not just helping the youth. But it's going to create film, TV shows. There's a branding side of it, a product development. Like, if you think back over the course of your life, if you just write down all of the jobs that you've had in your life, and then look at what you're doing now, can you look at that and see every one of those experiences, even the ones that you were fired from, or the ones that you got screwed over in, like you got cut out of a deal, you didn't get paid, they broke the contract on you, and like you didn't have the money to sue them, whatever it may be. But if you look at every one of those experiences, there was a lesson from each one of those things. And in that lesson, it's prepared you for where you are now, right? So my life has been that way. Everything from working with complex disabilities for 18 years, being service-minded, learning how to fight insurance companies, working with physicians, and being blessed to fight on behalf of people that were disabled and helping them get the equipment that they needed. I was passionate about that. I love fighting for people. That prepared me for ministry. I didn't know. When I was doing that, I was doing cocaine all the time. I didn't know that God was still going to prepare me in that process. Like, my life went on like standstill. Stephanie's so excited about having you on the show. Or do you know that you're coming on the show yet? Or am I just telling you that? So, community networking, yes. But everything. And so I had a skincare line. Guess what? This is when I referred to in my video on Sunday. That was the last time I had a team of people, and I had a big team. I had a lot of people, and I wasn't a good boss. I wasn't even good to myself, much less anyone else. I did a poor job of running that business. I mean, the product was so amazing, it was just selling itself, but the problem was I was being an idiot. I mean, I was partying all the time, going out, doing cocaine with doctors, and like doing god-awful stuff. Like, none of that was good. That's not what a leader does. You the leader of a company, the head of a company is sets the tone, and the rest will follow. Now, fortunately, the people that were working for me, and I hate that, but they were working for me, those people, thank God they didn't follow my lead. Of course, I was kind of like in the shadows and living in secret, but my behavior, the way that I showed up, I wasn't a good leader. And I learned from that. And I did that video on Sunday, like I was crying after, because I was terrified. Like, I'm terrified to step up and be a leader again. And it's real easy to lead behind a screen and, get a microphone and go talk on stage, and people can call that leadership. I don't look at that as leadership. Leadership to me is being a good shepherd. Did I say that right? Being a good shepherd. It's teaching, it's training people, it's elevating other people, it's managing relationships and different dynamics. It's what being a father is. It's what being a parent is. But then basically, being that way as a boss or a leader of a company or an organization. So I went to Myles Munroe today because to me, kingdom leadership is the only right kind of leadership. And some of you will use different names for kingdom leadership. That's okay. I'm just speaking in terms of how I understand it and the relationship I have with Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You will be amazing and have wonderful support. Thank you, Stephanie. My passion is photography, but that is never going to help people. Actually, okay, Laura, I love you, but if you comment, sometimes you're going to be, you're going to get used on the show. So my passion is photography, but that is never going to help people. So I'm going to break this apart. My passion is photography. You should just eliminate the rest of it, because you saying that it's never going to help people is exactly why it will never help people. Because I will tell you right now that photography, what did I just say in the beginning of this broadcast? My favorite thing to do is putting together the art. Do you know how I put together the art for the show? Is I go look for arts and cool photographs to use. Because photographs make me feel something. Photographs take my imagination and my mind and make it go wild. You want to tell me that photography doesn't have a purpose? My butt, it doesn't. Honorable stewardship, beautiful. Love that, Julie. So over the weekend, and I'm going to share a story. Jessica, I'm throwing you in the ring here. But I didn't think anything of this. But Laura, I'm doing this to give you an example of what this is, of what I mean by this. Jessica, her daughter Bryn, just had a birthday. She got a bicycle, and their little sister, and they were taking a break, and they stopped on the sidewalk. And Jessica's there sitting. They're having a snack. Jessica, and Charlotte and Bryn, and they're all sitting there, just kind of like in this little triangle circle. And I just thought it was adorable. So I took my phone and took some photos. Didn't say anything. I just was kind of being sneaky about it because I thought it was cute and I wanted to have it for me because I thought it was cute. And then I just sent it to Jessica. And they were beautiful photos, by the way. Not that I'm a professional photographer, but they were good photos. When she opened the photos, she cried. Because a moment was captured that was special. So for you to say that your passion is not going to help people is foolish. It's ignorant. And forgive me, I'm not calling you ignorant. The statement is ignorant. Your words have power. And when you say, I know, see, look, Stephanie's showing beauty is always a blessing. Yes. Passion comes from within. The rest is developed working alongside a great leader. Man, that is beautiful. I love it. Big vision. God's vision is always big. And listen, and I'm not sharing all of the vision. It was just some of it. You captured memories that will never be replaced. Yes. Yes. So Laura, yeah, you're everything that you say, like when you say, this is my passion, like that is so energetically pleasing. I don't care if you say, I want to weave baskets underwater. I'm so passionate about that. Think about the energy that comes out of you when you say, I'm passionate about underwater basket weaving. I'm passionate about underwater basket weaving, but there's no use for that, and people think it's stupid. What's the difference there? You've basically anything that was going to be attracted to you because of your passion, you cut it off at the knees. It's kind of like when you speak your truth or you withhold your truth, like you're withholding your blessings. You cut your blessings in half because of that comment. And Laura, I've seen your photography. Your photography is phenomenal. Like I asked you, I thought you took it with your phone. this picture of the flowers. I was like, oh my God, that was an amazing photo. Like, I loved it. I don't give fake compliments. I love that photo. So anyway, I'm not going to keep beating this over the head, but our language matters. What we say about ourselves matters. What you say about you. I forgot what T.D. Jakes said, his quote. He's a beautiful quote about this, but anyway. So, yeah, we got to be careful what we say. So back to Gratitude Unfiltered. I'm so excited to be able to put together a team and take a collective of visions and have them unite for one good. Gratitude Unfiltered, and actually there's a parent, there's a mothership that'll be over it, but it's about elevating people's passions. It's a collective, it's an incubator, a self-contained, self-supporting mechanism that all works together. They shares resources and they work together to go out and change the world, to create a new ripple effect of good, to inspire hope, to inspire desire, to tap into our passions and the reason we were created in the first place. And I'm excited about putting that together, and I'm excited about the response. It has been absolutely amazing to see the response from some of you that have reached out. And I mean, just like emotional about it, because it just shows the work that God's done in my life for that to even be possible. And I don't want to make this about me. It's not, but I'm humbled by your response to that. And so thank you. Hey, Sharon, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Passion is life. Keep going, Laura. Pictures are soul reaching. Yeah. Good. I'm happy to hear that, Laura. So look, I don't want to just keep rattling off stuff. I mean, we've gone over 50 minutes. It's been a little bit of a crazy experience because of technology and our guest. But I just want to say I'm so grateful for all of you, and thank you for supporting Gratitude Unfiltered. This is a major piece of my heart. And so for every person that watches, every person that shares, every person that likes, everyone that, that people that want to be a part of it, to help it grow and to help create the world tour and to serve the world together, like, you got to understand, it's like, that's like Christmas for me. It's the greatest gift. And I just can't thank you enough. So thank you for being here, and thank you for your support. Thank you for all of it. So we'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to do, I don't know. We're going to be live at 5:00. It'll be just me. But I am really, really excited over the next few weeks. We have some amazingly talented and gifted people, doctors, movie makers. We have world changers. We have a little bit of everything coming on the show. So I'm excited about being here, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you, Mona, for sharing. And God bless. Take care. Grow and help create the world tour and to serve the world together. Like, you got to understand, it's like, that's like Christmas for me. It's the greatest gift. And I just can't thank you enough. So thank you for being here, and thank you for your support. Thank you for all of it. So we'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to do, I don't know. We're going to be live at 5:00. It'll be just me. But I am really, really excited over the next few weeks. We have some amazingly talented and gifted people, doctors, movie makers. We have world changers. We have a little bit of everything coming on the show. So I'm excited about being here, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you, Mona, for sharing. And God bless. Take care.